This Best Ball Draft 1.0 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Play Underdogs, pick them for a chance to win 100x. Promo code SGPN, UnderdogFantasy.com for a 100% deposit match. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. We're also brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com and use promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. And we're also brought to you by our Patreon. We just dropped our bonus behind the scenes episode of me winning $200,000. Plus, this week's pick'em prize is a free $250 Super Bowl square. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/Patreon to join today.
Hey everybody, Joe Theismann here. You're listening to SGPN. So do this, let it ride.
Long, Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Now your partner in passes, leans, opinions.
Oh
thoughts.
man, when I came up with if you want to lean, go to Italy, visit the tower over there. Actually, I went to the Tower of Pisa in Italy. It is pretty leany. I'll be honest. You walk up that thing, you get to the top, you immediately want to go down because you think it's going to completely. Yeah.
Can I give you another issue with leans in the world?
Sure.
We were discussing this, but it's making news because it's the press hotel for the Super Bowl, the Luxor. It's got a big Doritos chip on it.
Yes.
Big marketing thing.
Horrible hotel.
They don't have elevators. They have inclinators because they go at an angle.
Yeah.
And when you're drunk and the elevator starts going diagonal, I would imagine it feels the same on the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Just your equilibrium's fucked up. You're like, this isn't right. Something's wrong. I'm gonna throw up.
Yes. We stayed there once with your ex-girlfriend's roommate, very drunk. And I stayed there.
The redhead?
Yes.
Oh, that might have to be a Patreon episode.
Oh man. Yeah, we could do a whole episode on that. I stayed there a couple years ago when the Eagles, so this was probably 2021 season when they played the Raiders in Vegas. I stayed there with my dad because it was like we stayed at the Venetian first couple nights, Palazzo, because we were out there anyway doing some shows, and then Saturday night Sunday we figured like, oh, we'll just stay at the Luxor because it's walking distance to the stadium, which was super convenient. And they had like a tailgate outdoor thing, so it worked out great in that sense. But the actual room itself and Luxor's kind of a shithole, man.
Yeah, I would say a lot of the that south part of the strip was when we came of age, Sean. There were some newer places.
That was new. That was fancy. Now it's kind of I don't
Excalibur
know.
was new enough to where you could go there, and that was the first place I played No Limit Hold'em in Vegas.
Oh man, I played. That was the first. I played blackjack there on a fake ID. So we're talking 20 years ago, using a fake ID, and I went on a crazy run on a $5 table. I don't even think they really ID'd me. So it was simpler times 20 years ago, right? We're rambling. We're here talking Vegas. We're going to be out in Vegas for Super Bowl Media Week, doing a couple shows out there, maybe getting some guests. That should be fun. Of course, our VSiN show this Friday and next Friday from Vegas. As always, got those coming up. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be electric, especially that Friday before the Super Bowl. We're going to get a ton of guests in studio. Just
a lot of shows over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're show machines, and Sunday night starts Super Bowl week, Ryan. Where you got our exotic props, Chiefs props, 49ers props.
Yeah, it does seem like the schedule is going to be Sunday night exotics, Monday night. I'll let you call it right now, Sean. Are we doing
49ers?
49ers. Tuesday night Chiefs. Wednesday we're going to be traveling. We're going to be out in Vegas. We'll figure that's a wild card right now. And then Thursday we'll be at the Win Studio.
Oh yeah,
doing our final NFL picks and predictions. What like the plan is to give out 58 bets.
58
to honor
bets.
the great Super Bowl 58, and of course our commissioner Roger Goodell.
Well, and of course my model has exactly 58 bets, Ryan. So
is that why we're? I thought it was the Super Bowl. So you're telling me if I, yeah, no one reached out to me to tell me my thoughts on the efficient market hypothesis were wrong, which is interesting because the internet people love to tell you when you're wrong, which makes me think maybe I'm right. Which makes me think I'm going to be. This is going to be a hilarious battle that we're not stopping right now, Sean.
Ryan and we see Andrew Robb in the chat, and it seems like we have some potential news. It looks like Dan Quinn could be the new head coach of the Washington Commanders. That's not official yet.
Okay,
but
okay,
all right. I feel okay with that.
28-3. We've been there before.
I mean,
28-3. How you hire that guy? Hey, so in the big moment, are you going to be able to close the deal?
There's so many other coaches I would have rather had. I mean, even you could talk me into Seahawks officially did hire Ravens defensive coordinator Mike McDonald as their head coach. You could not feel optimistic as a Commanders fan if you are hiring Dan Quinn. No way.
Ben Johnson says no, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll stay with Jared Goff.
Yeah, I mean that's really weird. And you're gonna draft a quarterback in those top 3 picks. Don't you want to bring in an offensive mind to help mold that quarterback? Already off to a rough start for the Commanders, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
Andrew Robb saying this team kills me constantly.
Yeah, again, it just doesn't seem plus EV to hire a defensive coach anymore. You want the offensive guy because you don't lose the offensive guy then. And I know we're seeing a little bit of a zag on the cycle. Some defensive coaches getting jobs aggressively. Others.
Yeah, I mean, D'Amico Ryans, but to your point, yeah.
No, I'm just saying in this cycle we're seeing Raheem more. We've seen a number of defensive coordinators get jobs more so than normal. More so, I think the common strategy here seems like we were talking about. Harder to find a good offensive play caller. Having a great offensive play caller like Andy Reid can change your organization. So you want that guy to be your head coach. The defense, we learned this in DVOA. What does defense tend to do year to year? A little bit more variance, a little bit more. You go from being elite to just middle of the pack. So another reason not to hire a defensive coach as your head coach.
Ryan, chat already lit. NASCAR gambling podcast checking in. Cody already excited that we're going to be drafting and check out yesterday's episode. We had Cody and Rod on NASCAR gambling podcast boys talk a little NASCAR gambling. Ryan, I made a note in my calendar so I didn't forget that when we're at the circuit to get down on all the picks that I was going to say.
Tyler Reddick, that's my guy. I'm fully invested. I got a half a NFL unit on Tyler Reddick for the season. How about that?
Oh, it is fun episode. Make sure you check that out. Beezer pick saying, I love starting next season before the Super Bowl is done. Yeah, I mean, come on, who cares? For what 30 teams, their season's been over for a little bit. Right now we're chomping at the bit to get in some drafts, talk some NFL football. Before that, we have this week's edition of Real Men of Degens.
SGPN presents Real Men of Degen. Real Men of Degen. We salute you,
Dave Canales. That's right, Dave Canales, new head coach for the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, when you become a new head coach, people Google you, do a little research. It turns out Canales wrote a book in 2022 detailing his history of infidelity and addiction that he wrote with his wife called "This Marriage: The Question That Changed Everything." Canales described his secret life of cheating on his wife, as well as his struggles with addiction to alcohol and pornography. Oh man, YouTube.com/sports gambling podcast. the image that accompanied the article. I mean, I feel for people in recovery, but when you're addicted to pornography, I don't know. Anytime anyone's addicted to jerking off,
you're
I
not
have
addicted
to
to pornography.
Yeah.
That's just
you're just not that in your life. Come on.
No, it's not even that. You just got in trouble and you wanted to come like a
have to know when to come.
Everyone's using medical conditions, so it's just like, no, honey,
I have a disease.
Honey,
I have a disease.
It's not you. It's me. I'm addicted.
What if we write a book together? Oh my, Ryan, how much would they? I mean, hey, God bless you trying to fix your marriage, but do you have to write a book about it too?
It's a football coach thing, right? You go, okay, well, we got a problem now. How do we solve this problem? All right. Double sling Y banana outside. All right. Let's. A book. We got to do a book. All right.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
You imagine John Madden. Hey, John, why are you looking at all this porn on your phone? Because I like the look of a nice naked lady.
Him breaking down some porn. He wrote, "Quote: I told her what happened and with whom. Some of the women I was involved with were close to home and some far away. I told her the darkest and ugliest secrets of my life. Some so dark I don't want a single other person to know." Then why do you write the book, Dave?
You only give out the darkest secrets when you're trying to get out of something.
Oh man. All right. Good times. And
you think this is part of the reason Tepper hired him, perhaps?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Do you think Tepper is involved in one of those dark secrets?
Well, apparently they knew about it. Shout out to them.
If the internet knew, I mean, I hope they know about it.
I mean, it's a book. It's not like some crazy secret. Ryan, before we get into the draft, of course, shout out to our NFL Playoff Pick'em Challenge brought to you by Edge Boost. The first bet now, pay later provider enables you to double your bet at any sportsbook or DFS site with no interest. A top 3 get the deposit match up to $2,500 with no interest or fees. Top 25 get a deposit match from Edge up to $500 with no interest or fees. Right now, Ryan, you wouldn't believe it. MLB Mal, that's right, host of the MLB Gambling Podcast, in a nice little lead here at 130,037. Nasty Canasta nipping at his heels with 117,000, but Vozar has 67,000. Broncos Nuggets has 62,000. Jeff Ponzer has 61,000. So I'm assuming these people are going to go all in on the Super Bowl. You can't really now maybe, but even Mal can't. You can't really play that conservative because someone could double you up fairly easily.
Yeah, it's. I guess it's Jeopardy rules, right?
Yeah.
What do you?
But if you have 130,000, you still have to. I mean. It's kind of
here's what
more or less winner take all. You want to get in that top 3. Now the guy behind him has 117,000. So if you have the same pick, or if you're right and he's wrong, or if you're wrong and he's right, you need to be betting 117,000 at least.
There was always a moment when I used to play a lot of poker where you realized that the math was close enough where you just said fuck it and you shove. You just got to shove.
Shove all in. All right. And of course, Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Pizza, pepperoni, playoffs, pretzel crust. Love me some Little Caesars. You can get it delivered or our in-store pizza portal pickup all NFL game days, including Pro Bowl Sunday. That's right. Got a hankering for some pretzel crust on a Sunday for the Pro Bowl. Yeah. Now it's 5 P's because if you add in the Pro Bowl, pepperoni, playoffs, pizza, pretzel crust, Little C's, got it all. You can get it delivered or our in-store pizza portal pickup. Grab some friends and enjoy a few slices during the game. Little Caesars, pizza. Kramer.
All right, let's hop in here. All right, so we're gonna play the big board, not the little board. Sean insisted that we play the bigger one. The one where he can make more picks. All right, and we're back to where it's a 12 team room, Sean. So lots of friends can draft with us here.
All right.
Are you ready?
$2 million in prizes. Of course, UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN.
200K. So just for reference,
I'm ready to fire. What
200K to first, 1,000 to 200th. So play to win the game.
All right.
All right. Ready?
Yes. Enter. Yes.
Oh, half the room's here.
Oh, all right. If you're watching live in the chat, youtube.com/sportsgaming podcast. And if you want to hear what it's like to win 200 grand, the bonus episode for the Patreon, we did a fun behind the scenes episode, including the reaction video, Ryan, breaking down my score, the lineups, the sweat of being in first place for the Millie Maker, getting knocked off, having Scott Tolzien. Cost me $800,000. All that.
I went as far to pull up the highlight of the second pick six,
yes, which I don't think I'd ever really watch. What a crazy interception it was that cost me $800,000.
And then
probably could have done without seeing that.
I even went spoke to Justin for the first time in months to get a record. Yeah, it was fun. We'll drop a link in the chat so you can. Mosey on over there.
Ooh, I'm looking at the big board, Ryan. Christian McCaffrey, number 1, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Breece Hall, kind of interesting.
No. You got, I mean, come on. No. Play the.
No. I'm saying it's interesting. He's up here.
No. I would say that my opinions drastically differ. I don't know if I've like officially I'm hitting boomer or I just. Some of these rankings, I think, are going to be very different by the time the games are played. Like for example, if I may, Kyron Williams, first round pick. Yes and no at the same time. What the fuck is this Rams team going to be next year?
Yeah,
you have no fucking clue. They had a great surge year, but they still have the same problem.
Even Jahmyr Gibbs, who. Yeah, I like him, but I mean, David Montgomery looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, this is one where I'm kind of.
And they paid David Montgomery.
And we've all seen the list of the running back free agents, all like a very established good list of running backs who have performed well in fantasy, all hitting the free agent market. Will be changing.
I know. I mean, I sound like a broken record, but I think especially for this board, and we'll see how things change down the line. But I'm going to be punting on running back because I think you can get. I mean, I'm looking at this running back list.
So,
like some of these guys down the list, or some of these rookies that'll end up getting drafted.
So I have not altered my rankings, nor have I done a draft yet. First time I'm looking at these ADPs. Sean, if you sort it by quarterback, I think it is interesting to note there's a little bit more of a gap, I think, between the top and the rest, and I think the top is shrinking. All right, let's put the board.
I'm seeing a lot of guys we know here: Ryan, Cody, Andrew, Robb, Beezer, Picks, Bruni's number 1 overall. I'm number 2.
This will have to do. I'm 7. Feels like draft day all over again. Just picking in the middle.
Kramer, I mean, Bruni's got to go Christian McCaffrey, right? Are you crazy?
How do you not? I think more so than most years, it seems pretty obvious to me that he's the top pick. I know you got the injury thing, but I mean, he's just the usage is ridiculous.
Andrew Robb saying, "What are your thoughts on my boy Puka? Is number 9 off the board?" Blake Corum, sneaky late pick, according to Dick Puncher.
Oh well, he's a Michigan guy, of course. I've heard now 2 of the. I'm fully into draft season. I've heard 2 of the experts refer to this running back class as not good.
Jonathan Brooks, according to. I'm on the clock. All right.
I mean, you just got to take the receiver you like, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
So Christian McCaffrey, I take Tyreek Hill.
I think that's probably where I would have the number 2.
Yeah, I mean Tyreek Hill or Justin Jefferson. I think to me that was the decision. I'll start off with Tyreek Hill, but Jonathan Brooks, Texas running back, Trey Benson, Florida State, Blake Corum, as Dick Pencher mentioned, Bucky Irving out of Oregon. Like one of these guys is gonna pop.
I've heard good things about the Florida State running back, I believe.
Okay.
And the Senior Bowl stuff is going on now, and like for whatever reason, the fantasy community is almost like hipsters flocking to a bad part of town. They all want to go to Mobile, Alabama, to cover the Senior Bowl, and so there's a lot of coverage about the receivers and that stuff. And it does seem like, as always, there's some fun guys. Like last year, Tank Dell was one of them. So yeah, I mean, for me, I'm a little uncertain as to why Jamar Chase would go 7th. Maybe it's the intimidation of the shield I now bear, the people around me.
Yeah, let me rattle off the picks. Justin Jefferson goes after Tyreek Hill, then CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Andrew Robb does take Breece Hall, number 6.
Fucking boomer.
Kramer takes Jamar Chase. Puka Nacua goes at 8. Then we got Bijan Robinson, want no part of him. Although without Arthur Smith, who knows? Jahmyr Gibbs goes 10. Don't want him. AJ Brown goes 11. Want him.
Bijan seems like a good pick to me. I think your hate is more of Arthur Smith than the player.
Yeah, no, he's good. We'll see what the new coach does.
Yeah, I think I think it's pretty obvious when you watch him and Tyler Algier what you should do. The reason we loved Algier.
So you don't think Cordell Patterson's going to get a lot of goal line carries?
I think Arthur Smith loved Cordell Patterson. I don't know if the new coach is going to love Cordell Patterson.
It's good news for Jaylen Warren. I mean, he loves backup running back. So Pittsburgh, look out. Garrett Wilson goes. DJ Moore, Nico Collins, early second round. Jonathan Taylor. Marvin Harrison Jr. in the 2nd round,
What?
4th overall.
That feels aggressive.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, rookie receiver last year, Puka Nacua should have been a 2nd round pick, but I mean, who would have rolled the dice on him?
Yeah, let's see. What did I? Oh,
Problem with Marvin Harrison is you're probably going to a team with not a great quarterback. Kyron Williams goes.
I don't know what I would do here in real life. I'm looking at some of these players, and it's like, I'm just going to take the quarterback.
Kramer takes Josh Allen, first quarterback off the board. Very unlike you, Ryan. Usually you're a
because I'm
quarterback.
looking at these players and I'm trying to figure out like, okay, 2nd round, it's going to settle into some of these receivers. Which one do I like? And so it's like, do I like Ayuk? Not going to be on the Niners. I don't like Debo at this position. He was a 3rd rounder, 4th round. This feels rich. Rashee Rice going ahead of Devontae Adams, or going at the same place as Devontae. Devontae Adams was the guy I was talking myself into between.
So Devontae Adams goes, Saquon Barkley goes, which Cody takes Saquon Barkley. Now Cody is pretty deep in the fantasy streets. Well, Dak Prescott goes. Wow.
Because whoever signed Saquon's going to use the shit out of him. I do think.
Yeah, I don't want any part.
I do think Saquon has a fairly high ceiling. I mean, I'm gonna be drafting.
Would not be drafting Saquon Barkley.
I mean, you're not drafting him for injury, but I think he potentially is going to get signed to a team that wants to utilize him a ton. So
he's just not that good anymore.
I mean, he had some decent games when the line was blocking all right, but I agree. I mean, that's part of the reason I don't think the Giants are going to sign him. And Beazer robs me of my dream of getting. Drama Diggs back in Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs goes. I mean, I love Rashee Rice. I think he's going to be huge for the Chiefs next year in that offense. So yeah, give me Rashee Rice here, end of the 2nd.
He was another guy. I believe he showed out at the Senior Bowl last year. Beautiful. I isn't it wild to you that like the same community that goes to Canton, Ohio for the Fantasy Expo goes to Mobile, Alabama to watch prospects? There's something
like ball, Ryan.
There's something funny about that. They do like ball. That's a ball liking activity. When do you take? So what I'm intrigued.
Pittman, Ayuk go. I'm back on the clock. Do I take Devin Achane?
So real quick, that Pittman and Ayuk, both those guys not going to be on the team that they were on last year.
That's interesting. Now Ayuk is probably going to go into a good situation. I did draft a running back, Devin Achane, who. 2nd year seems like great fit for that Miami offense, and
I was just about to ask you about him.
I love him for next year. I mean, he had a great season even with Raheem Mostert taking up a bunch of snaps, and I could see, Raheem Mostert perpetually kind of banged up older guy. I could see McDaniel pivoting towards Achane having even a bigger role. Beazer picks takes Sam Laporta next.
Interesting.
Love Sam Laporta this year. I don't know if I love him round 3.
That feels a
over
little
Travis Kelce.
Feels early at this point. I'm still seeing a decent pool of receivers that I'm liking at this range.
I mean, Travis Kelce could retire. Is that crazy, Ryan?
No, he's in love.
Well, after he proposes, of course, on the
there are available bets out there for that.
Yeah, supposedly available bets. I'm sure they don't let you actually bet any sort of real money on on it. And also, like, what are you doing there? I mean, it's fun to talk about, I guess. But Travis Etienne goes. Never won Travis Etienne. Rashad White goes to Cody. Beer Guy 27. Deebo Samuel goes. Chris Olave off the board.
New offense in New Orleans. I feel like he was getting drafted in the second round last year.
Yeah.
Disappointed. The situation's only gotten better. Tank Dell in the third round. Wow. Wait,
Mike Evans goes.
Did Nico Collins go?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Nico Collins was a first.
I completely missed that. Sorry. I don't see now.
I mean, people are going to be so high on the Texans.
We can't have the Texans have 3 or 2 guys in the first 3 rounds. Maybe we can. Maybe we can, Sean.
Maybe we can, Ryan.
But yeah, I guess the interesting thing about drafting this time of year is just the what the fuck. There's going to be so much movement. These teams are going to be hilarious when we look back at them. So I got Josh Allen, Jamar Chase, Chris Olave so far. I like that. Feels like a good and by going Jamar Chase, Josh Allen, it forces me off of Joe Burrow, and so I won't be stacking Chase.
So Devonta Smith goes. DK Metcalf, Isaiah Pacheco.
Interesting.
Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, all available.
I imagine we're
Patrick
about
Mahomes
to see
goes.
a quarterback run here, right?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts goes. You called it, right?
Well, I think people are at the end of the day always going to be ADP slaves. Not meant to be a dig, but it's just the way it is.
I guess I should draft Tua.
Maybe, or there's just so like I look at this board right now and I just see nothing but awesome receiver.
Well, you want to talk about a guy who's going to end up Neighbors just drafted.
All right, Malik Neighbors. I mean,
Neighbors.
He is the guy. People love him. The prospect community loves him.
Keenan Allen goes. T Higgins is certainly. We'll see if he's back in Cincinnati.
I don't think he's going to be back. And I'm actually.
Where would you guess off the top of your head, Ryan?
You know what? Give me a Buffalo stack here. James Cook really came on.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about T Higgins.
No, that's fun. You think they get rid of Diggs and sign Higgins?
No, maybe they
Higgins,
they figure out a way to get T Higgins without getting rid of Diggs.
I think it's interesting that Higgins is going after Ayuk and Pittman with the idea that he also is going to be on a new team. That feels mispriced. And
Mari Cooper's available, but no Joe Flacco. Sounds like they'll probably go back to Deshaun Watson.
Cooper was good though, wasn't he? I mean, he
was.
Ooh, Cooper Cup going. Interesting.
Cody likes himself some Cooper Cup. Zay Flowers off the board, promising rookie. Of course, he is stuck with dud Lamar Jackson.
So
Travis Kelce does go Beezer picks. I'll take T Higgins, man. He's going to end up in a good spot with a chip on his shoulder.
It's great
all day.
Pick. It's a great pick.
Look, I got Devin Achan, Tyreek Hill, Rashee Rice, T Higgins.
It's a great pick.
Yeah.
It's a great pick. So you're building a team the right way.
Thank you.
3 receivers racing to win that flex spot, Sean. We haven't even mentioned roster construction.
No.
Still,
what's the ideal roster construction? 2 quarterbacks,
2 or 3 quarterbacks, 4 to 6 running backs. Probably you probably want to get 7 or 8 receivers. I will say that my biggest takeaway from regular season best ball this year is fucking 3 tight ends no matter what.
Okay.
3 tight ends no matter what. I don't care. Too many teams with fucking nothing.
Drake London off the board. I'm gonna take Jaden Reed. Liked what I saw out of him, and not to tip my hand too much, but Jordan Love is a guy I'm sure you could get super late. Anthony Richardson available, Ryan. I almost forgot about Anthony Richardson and how electric he looked running the football. Alvin Kamara off the board. Ryan, hey, shout out to Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform. It's US based, available in 40 states. If you haven't signed up for Cut yet, what are you waiting for? This is perfect for the Super Bowl. I mean, imagine you have a Super Bowl party, any sort of Super Bowl bets you and your buddies want to get down on. Tell Cut, hey, list this Super Bowl bet. Here are the odds that we think are good, and then you and your buddy can take each side. There's no middleman, and it really gives you a great price for both sides. Don't be laying juice for some of these wacky Super Bowl bets. Hit up Cut; they can get them listed. Again, customizable odds. It is so fun. I can't wait to send over a bunch of fun ones for him. I know Cody's working up some fun cross sport props to give Cut, and you get the 10% deposit bonus. Very great price. If you consider yourself a sharp, you're crazy not to be using Cut already. Download Cut today over at kutt.com or get it in the App Store. Use promo code SGPN for the 10% deposit bonus. That's kutt.com. Cut. Kramer, let's catch people up with the draft. You got Addison. Anthony Richardson goes. Oh, of course, Cody takes Anthony Richardson. Soon as I mention him. I mean, this is why I forgot how annoying this is when these
idiots,
these scoundrels keep snaking, snaking the picks. Hey, Anthony Richardson was like 15 picks down. Calvin Ridley goes, Josh Jacobs, Mark Andrews.
You think a sharp like Cody is going off at ADP? Come on.
No way. Cody's got his own.
Cody's
got his own rankings loaded in, I'm sure. All right.
Did you catch people up? So
yes.
I took Calvin
Mark Andrews, George Pickens,
Calvin Ridley, another guy going to be on a different team somehow.
Derrick Henry just goes
in the 5th round. Calvin Ridley was going in the 2nd round by the end of the summer last year, Sean.
Yeah, I don't.
You think his situation is going to get worse? Get better? I mean, I thought he was great when they used him. It was just odd the way they used him.
He just doesn't have a good connection with.
But he's not there anymore. That was a 1-year deal.
Who? Calvin Ridley?
Yeah.
He's not with the Jags anymore? No. When did I miss that?
Was he not on a 1-year deal?
Oh, I thought he was back.
Yes. That was a 1-year deal.
Oh, he's going to end up with a different team. All right. Oh, that makes him way more interesting.
That's what I mean. I think all of the elite I did make him my number 1 receiver, if you remember.
CJ Stroud, Austin Eckler, Terry McLaurin. Ryan, where does Justin Fields end up? It does seem like it's a foregone conclusion.
The Bears?
According to our source Crack Rock, that the Bears are going to trade Justin Fields and draft Caleb Williams.
All right, what do we do here?
Would you consider drafting Justin Fields, right?
Hold on, I gotta take my guy.
You're on the clock. Trey McBride goes in the 6th round.
I see Aaron Jones, and I wanted to make sure that he's in a contract year. Aaron Jones in a contract year. That team's going to have a ton of hype around him. The receivers are all going to be 1 more year mature. If he stays healthy, boy, that motherfucker. I love how I hype myself into Aaron Jones every year. Josh Allen, James Cook, Aaron Jones, Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Calvin Ridley. I love my first team. I love it.
Christian Kirk goes, Christian Watson, George Kittle, Nick Chubb. I'm on the clock. Oh, what am I doing here?
Dun, 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 dun.
Interesting.
Have you checked your avatars? I think there might have been a new dog avatar added.
Oh, awesome. Dog. I'm going to go Najee Harris. I think Arthur Smith loves the idea of having a guy like Najee Harris. Couldn't you just see him getting like a shit ton of carries in that offense?
Oh yeah.
Chris Godwin goes.
Yeah. That's a great pick.
So Bruni's a Bears fan. He's not selecting Justin Fields. That tells you all you need to know about Justin Fields.
I like him. I'm sitting here thinking I should have waited on Josh Allen, or I should have waited on the quarterback.
I'm taking Justin Fields. I mean, the rushing upside. I don't know who, and I don't need to stack him with anyone.
Is he the
who
last?
Who cares what team he ends up on?
What's the rule with these guys? Oh, give me the last runner.
The last runner?
Give me the last ceiling. The last true ceiling. Always. I love taking the last one. If Justin Fields is the last one this season, Because who are the next quarterbacks?
Well, I mean, Kyler's interesting.
All right, but I wouldn't put him in the same tier. I would put Justin Fields closer to that. I think they're going to run it back. I think he's going to be good next year. I like the pick.
Jaden Daniels.
I like your pick, Sean.
Again, we see you. You think the Bears are going to start Justin Fields?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't.
You don't think so?
No, I think they're drafting Caleb Williams.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're going to trade the pick. All right. But we gotta somehow figure out a way to not let Andrew Robb in next time.
Who's your Devo said
Dalton Kincaid? You don't need a tight end there. You don't have. I have Josh Allen.
Tony Pollard goes for some reason. Joe Mixon, Ramondre Stevenson, Dalton Kincaid in the 7th round.
Guys, D Hop in the 7th round. He's going to be on a new team next year.
Justin Herbert goes. What
am I missing here?
Who's your Devo saying thoughts on Eagles trading AJ Brown? This is hilarious. Like, this just shows you how like the media just like creates stories. There's no rumors about AJ Brown being traded. He is not going to be traded. He is going to be the Eagles receiver this year.
Because one of those aggregator accounts.
No, like Kay Adams asked AJ Brown, and he's like, I guess you got to be ready for anything, but blah blah blah. Devonta Smith is laughing about it. There's no way AJ Brown is getting traded. He's there. You could make a pretty good case. He's their best player on the team. They have him under contract. He has a pretty good deal. What if he tries to hold out? He has no leverage. I don't see why they would trade him. And he's friends with Jalen Hurts. Well, why would you?
I think it was an aggregator thing.
James Conner, David Montgomery, Evan Ingram, Deontay Johnson, all off the board.
All right, so I was gonna take Dalton Kincaid there. I was gonna be feeling nice, but and real quick, D Hop, they can cut him to save some money. So I'll be curious to see if they keep him. But if they have Will Levis and D Hop,
he liked throwing to him.
Mostert under contract next year. When does he go?
David Njoku goes.
Miami has him again.
Yeah,
I don't know. He was clearly the better running back to me. Achan, the more explosive player.
Guy. Yeah, I guess. I just think you're playing with fire, expecting Mostert to have another good season. But again, you're playing for the ceiling. Does he still have a ceiling? Sure, especially at this ADP. Brock Bowers goes. Interesting pick.
I mean, this one also doesn't make. I'm not exactly. I'm not 100% up to speed on Hollywood Brown's injury, but I mean, him and it's going to be him, Trey McBride, and Kyler. I do think the Arizona double stacks are going to be interesting because it's going to be it's going to be all those two guys.
Hollywood Brown off the board.
That's what I was saying. I think that double tap is going to be an easy one for people to build. Kyler still out there.
Who's your Devo saying? Maybe I'm the aggregator. My bad. No. I mean, it's just these trade rumors are just stuff people are kind of creating for clicks. There's no credible the Eagles are shopping AJ Brown.
Where did it come from then?
I don't know. I think he wiped his social media partially because he was frustrated that he wasn't going to play.
He hired a consultancy. It was nothing to do with him trying to get a trade or anything.
No.
Yeah.
He's definitely
that's what I'm saying.
Traded.
It definitely wasn't related to him being unhappy.
All right, I'm on the clock. Oh man, I don't know what to do here.
Wait.
All right, I'm gonna roll the dice here. Javonte Williams. I think the year after the year is the time you take these guys with the ACL. Brian Robinson Jr. off the board. I can talk myself into Kyler Murray.
Wait,
is that crazy?
Hold on.
What?
Oh, Hollywood Brown's contract's up. I'm wrong. He's a free agent too. Interesting. The receiver class is pretty loaded. I don't love him as much. I still like him.
All right. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do Romeo Dobbs.
And
nice little Packers double stack here.
I see Hawkinson's bubbling up. Worth noting that I think I saw a medical note on him that he's potentially not going to be ready for the start of the season. So Heads up on that one. I'm gonna get snake. I guarantee if Andrew Robb's gonna snake me again, and I wish I could hit him.
Jameson Williams, Jacoby Myers off the board. Jameson Williams, certainly the ultimate best ball guy, right?
I don't mind that. I mean, who knows the progression?
Definitely
in the
has the
offense.
ceiling.
He's better than the other guys.
Yeah, and he didn't have any sort of training camp. He's had a weird start to his career.
He's a first round pick that could be the fourth option in the offense after Amon-Ra, Sam Laporta, and the running back. All right, I'm going to add to my running back stable with Jaylen Warren.
Oh,
I think
I do like it.
Arthur Smith.
I mean, I like Jaylen Warren and Najee Harris. Raheem Mostert off the board. What's it? Chase Brown for the
yeah, the Canadian.
It's interesting.
What's your take on taking? I think
Jordan Love goes. I was gonna use him as.
Do you have an opinion on taking rookies in these things? My take on the rookie receivers is they're always going to be juiced up early in these things. Always.
Oh, Jordan Love goes. Damn it. Is Tua available?
Tua just went.
Oh, who's drafting Tua?
Andrew Robb.
Hill.
It's this Andrew
Robb. What a
character.
bad strategy, Andrew.
He seems like he's lost his way.
DJ Hawkinson goes. Devin Singletary, Caleb Williams. Now that's fun. You could talk me into drafting Caleb Williams. Dallas Goedert off the board.
It's a lot of just having to do some contract. Maybe we should do just an episode, Sean, where we review every contract in the National Football League. You think people would be interested?
It's off season. Kramer, you're on the clock. What are you doing here?
I was fixing the board. Let's see. Oh, I this is my first stack. I have had him queued for a little while, but I definitely wanted to get Khalil Shakir on the squad with Josh Allen and James Cook. I like him next year. Gabe Davis is no longer going to be on the team.
Yeah.
I think Trent Sherfield is also a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. They seem to like Shakir the most. He was the guy that bubbled up. I would imagine they're going to add talent, but what if something happens to Diggs, Sean? Shakir's going to run a lot of routes next year.
Cody drafting a rookie here.
Coleman's interesting. I've seen a lot of the
Keon Coleman.
He's the Florida State kid. I believe he has some nice size, but I've not read the most positive things that he has some traits that it seems like maybe he won't be successful right away. Sloppy route runner.
Trevor Lawrence still available. Jared Goff still available. No, and Jared Goff goes right there. Beezer picks on the clock right in front of me.
We've reached the point of the draft where you're just this is where it's like you just take an opinion. Who's going to have a huge step forward? But circling back to the Hollywood Brown, him being a free agent, Michael Wilson, who lit up preseason this year, he could be an interesting guy going into next year for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, especially if they don't bring anyone else in.
I'm sure they will. It feels like these teams, like especially a team like that, they need to do something. Not a lot of pop there.
Took Zach Charbonnet.
No. No more Pete Carroll.
But I feel like
I think there's a chance a coach comes in and says you're better than Kenneth Walker.
All right, I'm back on the clock. Don't want Gabe Davis. Josh Palmer. Is Harbaugh a guy that could use a Josh Palmer?
Oh, Harbaugh uses everyone.
Yeah, and there's no way Keenan Allen and Mike Williams stay healthy that entire season. Quentin Johnson clearly a bust. Josh Palmer could have a nice little role for himself.
All right, I have no tight end, Sean.
Yes, neither do I.
Do we care?
I was considering taking Luke Musgrave, but I also like Tucker Kraft.
I feel like you should stack.
Who should I stack?
Well, I think don't you have Justin Fields?
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be on the Bears.
Oh, okay.
Kyle Pitts is already gone.
What if you're wrong? Just throw Komet on there.
Yeah, I don't. I might draft Komet. I mean, I got all these guys pretty similar, like Komet, Musgrave, Dalton Schultz, Freiermuth, Darren Wall. Oh, Darren Waller's. I mean, that's a crazy pick. K. Dotton, Tucker Kraft. That to me, I mean, Hunter Henry want no part of him. Michael Mayer, no part of him. Juwan Johnson, maybe. Isaiah Likely is always interesting. Blake Corum, Trevor Lawrence, Dontavian Wicks, Roshan Johnson goes to Andrew Robb.
He's so predictable.
Some things never change. Although I like him better this year than I did last year. Cole Kmet does go to Kramer.
You're crazy to think you have him with all these other guys.
What do you mean?
Komet. I mean, he clearly he's like a better situation or a more evolved offense away from like really potentially having some dominant shit. I think Komet. I mean, I'm bullish on the Bears offense if they keep Justin Fields.
I mean, you think he's head and shoulders above Dalton Schultz?
I think Dalton Schultz is right around the same place.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
But I think
I don't like Cole
I
Kmet. I'm just saying
I think Komet could lead the team in catches. Like him and DJ Moore are like 1A, 1B in terms of.
Is Caleb
catches.
Williams a big tight end guy?
I'm proceeding as if it's Justin Fields.
So who's trading? Oh, is this all a part of your fantasy of the Giants trading up for the number 1 pick?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then who do you have him going to?
I don't know. I think the Bears are going to trade back. I think they're committed. I think they're going to roll it with Justin Fields. I know it's not what everyone wants them to do and reset the clock and all that shit, but
Dick Puncher says, "How can you be bullish on the Bears? They're easily going to be the worst team, and offensively in their own division."
I don't know. I think the Bears could be sneaky.
Wow.
Packers fans need to calm down.
Packers got a dynasty going, right?
Oh, calm, Jesus. But Jordan Love is going to suck next year. That's my first 2024 hot take. This Jordan Love's an elite fucking passer of the football. Get the fuck out of here. Have you taken a second quarterback yet, Sean?
Nope. I got a couple in my queue though.
When do you do that? You think? I think you can wait. I think we'll just go shitty. We'll go really shitty.
There's a guy I got my eye on.
Okay.
It's not Deshaun Watson. I'll let you know that.
No, I can't. I don't think I can take him this year. Just from a moral standpoint.
Oh, because he stole.
I just want people to know that.
I'm not touching Deshaun Watson.
Oh, Jaden Daniels goes. That's who I had in my queue.
Really, you're about to go rookie?
Yeah, I mean, much like I was glad I had shares of Anthony Richardson. Granted, it flamed out, but those are the type of guys that get you paid in best ball, right?
All right.
High scampering ability.
High scampering ability. I'm on the clock.
What are you doing?
Taking Lad McConkey. Everything I read about this, everyone's talking about his elite route running. He's going to show up to a team and be useful right away. That's what you got to look for, Sean. Find the route runners.
Yeah. Interesting crew we got going on here.
I mean, it's let's see. I have 7 receivers, 1 tight end, 3 running backs, and a quarterback. I feel like I'm doing it right. I feel like I'm doing it exactly right. And now it's at the perfect point of the draft, like you're saying. There's some nice options at tight end. Oh boy, though, like it really is we're in a weird part for tight ends. Darren Waller might be retiring to pursue a rap career. I got to be honest. Darren Waller is an awkward looking rapper. It's just not a good look for him. I mean, no disrespect.
Are you still all in on Darren Waller, Ryan?
I mean, I would have loved for him to not decide he wanted to be a rapper, but he casually kept me within 30 points of Dallas Goedert this year. with a real bad situation.
Aaron Rodgers goes, Pat Frymouth, Darren Waller goes,
Oh,
and Daniel Jones goes.
Interesting. I don't think Daniel Jones will be starting the season.
Does he see the field this year, Ryan?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not prepared to answer that question. I don't think he'll be ready for week 1.
Yeah.
That would be my bet. All right. I there's still receivers I love though. Sean.
Yeah.
When do you stop taking? How many receivers is too many? Andrew or someone in the chat tell me, is 9 too many? I feel like this team with Josh Allen, I want to do 9, but I also want 3 tight ends. Baker's still out there, Sean.
Oh, come on, Ryan.
Oh, sorry. Is that one of your?
You've blown up my cue.
Is that one of your secret guys? Andrew says 9 is his personal limit. I personally don't like limits. Is Zamir? Oh, he goes. I was just about to say, is Zamir White not going to be the guy?
Yeah, I haven't dug in. What's the latest with Josh Jacobs?
He's a free agent. I mean, I have no idea what they're going to do with him. All right, so now I have to take
Andrew Robb taking Quentin Johnson. Wow.
I think I want Luke Musgrave in my 3-man weave. His upside's insane.
It is.
I was looking at his ADOT like compared to tight ends this year, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was super high on him. Injuries.
That was kind of his problem coming in.
Yeah, were an issue, but I think what scared me a little bit off him is how good Tucker Kraft looked, honestly, and how I think they're going to use Tucker Kraft a bunch. Khalil Herbert off the board.
Yeah, but at this point, you're just the reason I want 3 tight ends is so I have 3 shots at someone scoring a touchdown every week.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I mean, you don't 2 tight ends if
I'm
if you have like an elite
injuries.
Yeah, it's true.
No matter what, I'm doing 3 tight ends. Hell or high water, Sean.
I don't know if I mentioned I drafted Kendre Miller.
Nice.
No, he
That's a
seems
nice
like
pick.
the perfect 2nd-year breakout guy, right?
I like it. Have you scrolled down the tight end list yet, Sean?
Yeah, I got some in my queue.
Oh boy. Think about this. This team's not even going to score a point for 6 months, Sean. Even more than that, actually. 7
Yeah.
months.
What I mean, when do we have a countdown clock going for
Kickoff next year? It's like September 9th. I was looking at the calendar.
Thursday? Oh no, that was this year. 2024 NFL season. Let's see. They do list the Pro Bowl for some reason.
Oh, that's the game everyone cares about.
Beginning on September 5th, 2024. So almost exactly 7 months out. Wow. We are on top.
So what do you
Julian
think, Sean? Once a week we do a futures episode. We just pick a futures market and fire.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kate Otten. Damn it.
How many tight ends you got, Sean?
Only one right now.
Oh no. That doesn't seem plus EV.
Well, I was gonna do a Kate Otten Baker stack.
And
Now I don't. Now I'm reeling.
don't reel too hard. Think Bryce Young's going to be any good next year?
No, I don't. I would take Bo Nix over Bryce Young.
Do we think Tennessee is going to draft a new quarterback?
It's interesting. Baker goes off the board. Deshaun Watson still available. Geno Smith still available.
It took Treylon Burks, Sean. Going back for more pain this year.
Tucker Kraft goes. Beer Guy 27. aka Cody.
Fucking guy.
Keaton Mitchell goes. He's kind of a fun running. I mean, who knows what the running back rotation looks like in Baltimore?
I mean, Keaton Mitchell looked good as shit. We do know that.
Steffi Smalls checking in saying, "No way, I just stepped into Flacco talk." Steffi, what's Flacco's dad rating? I imagine it has to be through the roof. I mean, actual dad, just classic dad jokes.
Total fucking corny as shit.
He seems to check all the boxes. Elijah Moore goes, all right, what am I doing here? Tell you what I'm doing, Ryan.
I saw someone post something about. I saw Steph caught some slack or caught some shrapnel in the fantasy drama.
Oh no,
she just got tagged on a list of like drama over the last couple of years. But it was, man, I actually went and listened to that guy's entire phone conversation.
Yeah, if you don't know, there's been this drama over this fantasy football, this league not being paid out. The fantasy nerds, it's a lot of drama, and the one guy who didn't get paid is going nuts. And then he's posting like videos of the other guy not paying him.
He put the guy's phone number on the internet.
He doxed the guy, and then come to find out.
Chig?
Yeah, and Will Levis. Come to find out,
I just took Treylon Burks.
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing?
I'm building a Will Levis stack. I don't know why you would take Treylon Burks if you know that I'm building a Will Levis stack.
I already had DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, okay. Well, he's not going to be on Tennessee.
He is. We have since learned he's under contract.
Yeah, he's going to find.
You don't know how to collude properly.
What I was getting at, there's all this guy didn't get the money, and he's going nuts, and he's calling out all these other people. It's very, very hilarious to watch from the sidelines. And then I found out it's all over $100. I thought the league was $100 entry. Okay, you win the league, it's $1,200. I see you getting really pissed off about that. I would still be mad if someone didn't pay me $100 that they owed me, but I wouldn't be doxing the guy and recording phone conversations.
Very
Apparently,
strange.
the one guy said he was gonna come get the other guy. Like,
come get him.
I don't know. Whatever their accusations are, you can follow the whole thing.
Hey, I'm gonna come get you.
To Steffi's point, the guy complaining didn't even win the league, so I think he got like second or third.
Oh my god!
Pay us our money. I mean, they're all idiots.
Fucking losers. Everyone's a loser.
I would agree. Juwan Johnson goes.
God damn it, you fucks! Sorry, Sean.
Oh, no need to apologize.
These fucking guys. Can't draft with these people anymore. Yeah, I mean, and it continues a pattern of these fantasy nerds realizing that you get the most interaction and the most likes and the most new followers when you have drama. It's ridiculous. These babies. Like, if we're gonna do it, someone needs to step up and create a fantasy fight club. Just have these fucking, like, Canton, Ohio. I've seen all these people. There's not a ton of athletes. The flag football competition.
We did get dominated in the flag football, right?
I did have an interception.
That's true.
And we were playing against mostly ringers. Like, the fact that these people bring former athletes to play in this thing is ridiculous. But for the most part, I think it would be amusing if we had some sort of competition, even if it was just like gladiator style jousting.
I'm down. Let's get it going.
There's a couple people I'd fuck up just out of principle. It's a world filled with fucking creepers, you know?
Yeah.
I've had some interesting interactions with these motherfuckers.
Oh, guys creeping on you,
You
right?
know what? I'll say this. There's one very notable member of the fantasy community who people hold in a very high regard because they do for some reason. And he is the opposite of what everyone thinks of him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Scum.
Dish.
He probably wouldn't pay out his $100 either. He's that kind of guy. Metaphorically speaking. All right. I don't know if I'm ready to do draft day right now.
Yeah, you're rusty, Ryan.
Round 15. I'm already ready to get out of here.
We do have 20 rounds.
20 rounds this year.
Yeah.
Is that new
for this one? I don't know if that's
20 rounds.
Yeah.
That changes my calculations. I can take another receiver.
Hey, have you guys signed up for Hall of Fame bets yet? What are you waiting for? Super Bowl, perfect time to sign up for Hall of Fame bets. You're going to be doing deep dives on all these players, their past history, their expected outcome with some of these projections. It is great for researching player props, putting together some same game parlays. Put it through the parlay optimizer. Get dialed in over at Hall of Fame Bets, aka HOFBets.com, or download the Hall of Fame Bets app. Use promo code SGPN. Get 50% off your first month. Start betting smarter, not harder, with Hall of Fame Bets. Love me some Hall of Fame Bets. Digging deep, Ryan. Getting ready for prop season for the NFL playoff. I mean Super Bowl. Jeez.
All right, tight end 3. I'll grab Dawson Knox. Always a fan favorite for me. He's under contract for a while. They signed him to a deal. I had forgotten about that. They signed an extension in 2022. He's effectively. It looks like the deal. They can kind of cut him next year. This year they wouldn't really save any money, and there'd be a ton of dead cap. So he's on the team this year for sure.
Gus Edwards goes. It's interesting. I don't know what to make of the Ravens running back situation. Rico Dowdle goes. That actually could be a decent pick. I mean, what did we see out of
in the old garage?
Cowboys running back situation, kind of a disaster, but Dowdle actually looked like he got a little bit of pop in him.
Yeah, it feels like this will be the way I build more teams this year. 1 elite quarterback, 3 tight ends for sure. The running back situation's gotten pretty grim here. What's your take on AJ Dillon? He's not going to be back with the team, right?
I don't. He just doesn't get many yards. I took Josh Reynolds, AJ Dillon, Josh Dobbins go both to Bruni.
Do we feel old, Sean? Where Frank Gore Jr. is now in the draftable player pool?
Little old.
Haven't heard you talk about your guy Abanaconda.
Yeah, is he? I don't know. I mean, he was a fun long shot. Who knows with the Jets? They're such a disaster. All right, I got Darnell Mooney just in case Fields does stay.
Wait,
around
so now
Chicago.
you're back on team.
No, I think he's an interesting solo play anyway.
All right, here's some fun trivia. How many? Oh my God, the Saints within the last year that Jamal Williams was on the Saints, they added 2 void years to his contract already as a running back. Jamal Williams. That's wild to me.
What does that mean contract was?
They're like you add fake years to push back to like spread the money out, but it means he's almost certainly going to be on the team. So I'll take Jamal Williams. Didn't really have a good year this year, but like contractually they can't do anything with him next year. They can't save any money by cutting him. So he's going to be on the team. And he was a locker room guy in Detroit. Maybe Detroit just liked his hog a little bit more than New Orleans. They're a little intimidated down there.
He did get that one touchdown thanks to Jameis.
Yeah. I mean, but think about that. That means the team likes him, right?
Oh, it means Jameis likes him.
Jameis went to his birthday party.
Can we get Jameis Winston playing in the NFL this year?
I have had dreams about this, Sean.
I mean, as fans,
do you know who is going to be in the backup quarterback market this year? The New York Football Giants.
Really?
Oh yeah. If the Giants, if the Giants want to really make me happy, they'll bring in Jameis. Really? Jameis will be on the team. Yes. Oh, I would love Jameis to be the quarterback.
Well, I mean, he would be your best quarterback by a wide margin.
He would start week 1. It'd be great. We'd be freeing him.
So what are you really doing at quarterback, Ryan?
We'll see. It sounds like they're open to trading up. They're open to trading back. It sounds like they're scouting some of the guys pretty heavily. It does seem like the Shane likes traits for the most part. So
Gardner Minshew to the G-men.
I don't know if that's the route he would go.
Gardner. I think you would want to go to a place where he can
if I'm
start.
being honest, I think Dable wants a quarterback that hasn't been touched by someone else yet. I think they want to develop.
So draft a quarterback.
Yeah, I think
in the first round.
I think they want to. I mean, I think so. I mean, I have unfortunately heard that it does seem like Drake May is very attractive to them. For no good reason, he would be the most unattractive. Probably just because of Mitchell Trubisky, they would be an unattractive outcome for me to have to justify them drafting
drinking the Drake May Kool-Aid.
But when you watch his tape, he's fucking good.
What's your beef with Drake May? Just UNC guy?
It's the North Carolina thing.
Yeah.
Like he just looks like he's going to be a white guy but he's like athletic. He
does look like he's going to be a white guy. I agree.
Yeah, but he's big and athletic and yeah. So I don't know. Oh my God, who the fuck took Derek Carr? I have two Saints, you motherfucker. I'm just not kidding. I'm one quarterback. Is that all right? Can you do that?
Oh yeah.
How many rounds? I don't even know who to take now.
We're in the 18th round, Ryan.
These assholes. All right. I'm just scrolling down the running back. I do need more running backs. I hate all these running back options.
5 running backs enough?
I hate all of these running back options.
I think so.
You know what? I'm gonna take Michael Penix.
Oh, he was in my queue.
I mean, I guess I have to have a backup quarterback, and it's I'm not taking Russ Wilson. Taysom Hill's a quarterback in Underdog this year. Worth noting.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
I have heard Giants fans. I'm reacting to the chat here. I have heard Giants fans say that they like Penix to the Giants. I really don't think the Giants. I think Shane really values age in any position where development and traits matter. He likes young prospects. The only old prospect really that he's taken is a center, which you could argue that's probably less meaningful. And so I really don't think he's going to take an old guy.
Got Westbrook and Kine round out my Titans stacks.
But if the Giants do take Michael Penix, I have Jalen Hyatt stacked for him, ready to go. Oh, maybe I should build a double for Penix if he's the Giants quarterback.
You know who's going to use Donald Parham? Jim Harbaugh. You're telling me he's not going to figure out a role for Donald Parham Jr.? That guy walks into Harbaugh's office. He doesn't have a role for Donald Parham Jr., the 6'7" guy who can catch the ball.
He's going to be so impressed by Donald. He's going to be like, "Hey, stand next to me." They're going to mark their heights on the wall.
You want to sleep over? I'll bring the sleeping bags. You drink some milk together.
Oh, that sounds erotic. Yeah, I don't know. I have 4 running backs. What do you think? You think you need more than that?
That's light.
Is it?
Opinion. Yeah. Dick Puncher, where do we think JJ McCarthy ends up?
Boston, hopefully.
JJ McCarthy.
Oh, I'm on the clock. Yeah, I get no warning.
Looking at possible JJ McCarthy destinations.
Does Kenny Pickett? You know what? I'm giving Penix the double stack. Get a little Darius Slayton on the team.
Doing a little Bo Nix draft profile look up here.
So what do we have? One round left.
Yep, last pick.
Gonna go with a 5th running back. I think that's the wise move. Just trying to figure out which one. Josh Kelly in L.A.
Darius Slayton goes to. Oh wait, Kramer. Who saw that coming?
With a double stack for Michael Penix.
Could you talk yourself into Michael Penix, Ron? What the biggest issue for him is the age, the injuries.
It's the trait.
The lack of like top tier traits.
I think he's here's my thing though. If I'm trying to break down this idea that you want the youngest people possible, you believe in like the breakout age and all that. I feel like if I was going to throw it out for a position, it would be quarterback. You need a guy that understands the position, is smart enough to read the field, and the fact that he has played so much maybe worries me. But when you watch him play quarterback, he played quarterback the best in college this year.
Yeah, I mean, with the exception of the championship game, I thought eye test he looked pretty good.
Yeah, now
and even championship game wasn't a complete disaster, but he did, he left some throws on the board there.
I do think there is the element of your right tackle position is a problem right now, and he's a lefty. Andrew Thomas is on the other side. Like that to me, it feels like a legitimate concern. And I think that when we go through the testing process, like to me, he's like Michael Penix is going to drop. He's probably going to be a second round pick. That would be the prediction. So it's if the Giants are taking Penix in the second round and they've already taken a stud in the first round, then yeah, I'm probably talking myself into Michael Penix. And again, he played the position the best this year.
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't hate him as a prospect.
And I mean,
where do you think you have to draft him?
Seen what Dable, like I just said, the second round. Yeah. Like Dable was able to do some stuff with Tommy DeVito. So
remember Tommy DeVito, Ryan?
Oh, it was just magical.
All right.
Is Carson Steele coming out?
Yes. Oh shit. Damn it.
Bam, bam, bam. Give me Carson Steele, baby.
You drafted him?
Yeah. I needed a fifth running back.
Love it. Can't wait to wherever he goes. Unless he goes to up on Dallas, I'm going to get a Carson Steele jersey.
Yeah.
We got to hang out with that guy. He said he wanted to hang out at the office. Colby did a bad job following up with that guy.
Bring his gator.
Yeah. Well, Crocky J.
Crocky J. He called his gator Crocky J. Fucking love that guy.
Even though it's an alligator.
What do? I just hang out with my gator. How we feel? All right. So my team, Sean.
Yep.
Josh Allen, Michael Penix Jr., James Cook, Aaron Jones, Jaylen Warren, Jamal Williams, Carson Steele, Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, Hollywood Brown, Khalil Shakir, Ladd McConkey, Treylon Burks, Jalen Hyatt, Darius Slayton, Cole Kmet, Luke Musgrave, Dawson Knox. 2-5-10-3, Sean. I like this build. This feels like a good recipe right here.
Yeah, I think you need a third quarterback.
Okay. You can have your.
What Josh Allen? What happens to him? Yeah, I don't know.
But my lesson this year wasn't more quarterbacks; it was more tight ends. Quarterbacks were fine.
My lineup, my team: Justin Fields, Will Levis, Bo Nix. Just took him in the 20th round.
Ugh.
Devin Achane, Najee Harris, Javonte Williams, Zach Charbonnet, Kendre Miller. Receivers are where I dominate. Tyreek Hill, Rashee Rice, T. Higgins, Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Josh Palmer, Josh Reynolds, Darnell Mooney, Nick Westbrook, Akine. Tight ends, I got Freiermuth, Chig, and Donald Parham.
I do have some news for you, Sean. Preliminary results on the K metric, and I'm still accepting submissions because sometimes cameras can be tricky. Bo Nix.
I don't know. I think it's his eyebrows. They're odd.
Like I said,
I think they're so accentuated. He must have a girlfriend that like plucks or tweezes his eyebrows because it makes it. He almost has like an evil guy look with the intense eyebrows.
Also worth noting, Michael Penix, like shots of Michael Penix's hands are starting to circulate because he has giant fingers. So stay tuned.
Cox.
Yeah, exactly. He's passing the metric test, all the metric tests.
Ryan, thank you everyone for tuning in. Got some shout out to the OGs. Got a couple podcast reviews that I wanted to get to here. This guy Must Fish Joe. I mean, I'm not even going to bore everyone with the.
Maybe they want to be bored.
It's like he's responding to someone else's 1-star review. It's such BS. You guys rock. Have followed your advice. Not all the picks this year with great success. $. Blah blah blah.
What happened?
I suspect these two were also part of our local TV broadcast. I interviewed two residents of LA, California, with the crazy fires and smoke in the background. One interview was wearing a New York baseball cap, while the other was wearing a Boston Red wool stocking cap. Just proving your point, Ryan, about the Southern California fan base. And I wonder why the guy was wearing a wool hat. Who knows? You have fire breathing down your throat. Anyway, guys, especially you, Ryan. Don't let two jerks go crazy. You have an awesome podcast and you're both awesome. Keep it up, man. So hit us up. Must Fish Joe. You just won yourself $50 SGPN gift card. Email us podcast@sportsgamblingpodcast.com. We will get you covered, and we got some more to give away. So keep coming in with the reviews. We will hook you guys up.
I thought there was another one that I thought you were going to read based on the current battle you're in with the community.
Where's that?
Oh, there was one that had it in the description. Just that there was accurate advice talking about both sides. Just more of
actionable info.
Yeah, actionable info.
We got some more.
Sean, will we be making picks on the Super Bowl?
Yes, Ryan, we will.
Have we gotten clearance to do so?
I didn't mean to rock the industry with my hot take that if you have a gambling show, you should be making picks. I
was actually thinking we should do something special for the VSiN show on this Friday, and maybe both Fridays, where we give out a Super Bowl pick every segment. Okay. No matter what we're talking about, we give out a Super Bowl pick every segment.
Yes.
Just to make sure people understand. If you only watch for 10 minutes, you're getting a Super Bowl pick.
This is a bold strategy, Ryan. Talking about the Super Bowl on a sports gambling podcast.
We'll call it a pickathon. We're doing a pickathon this Friday.
I'm so angry. I mean, I don't even know where to start. Anyway,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. He is Ryan.
Should check out the random walk hypothesis.
Kramer, let it ride.